Okay, I'm sorry, it's black in here. It's the only privacy I can get so I don't wake anybody up. I just woke up from a dream, and it's 8:28:20, and I woke up exactly at 8 a.m., fell asleep exactly at 3, and had exactly 5 hours of sleep. I dreamt I was moving in to Norman's, and in the process, it was nighttime. And then, as it was nighttime, I seen, and I believe it was the westward sky, or it might have been the southwest, one of the two. There was an alignment of planets, and they were so bright, and I ran outside to get my camera, and I was able to take a picture of 2 of the stars. Well, then I noticed I was sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, and I said, it's the annual solar eclipse, it's the annual solar eclipse. But then I went to go take pictures of it, and I was watching it, and the moon was bright red. And as I took a picture, the alignment of the planet and the moon was like faded off, but it wasn't in the west. It faded off in the east and like fell to off the, I don't know if it like fell off the earth, but like set, kind of like a sun was set. And I said, wait a minute, that's not an annual solar eclipse. I said, that's the corn moon. That's a blood moon. And I said, wait, why are we still here? And then I said, we're moving into Norman's, and I said, why are we still here? And I tried to get my daughter, Olivia, to come out and see what I was seeing, but she didn't see it. And then I woke up. Hi guys, I just want to tell you the meaning of my dream. I sent it to a couple friends, and God gave me some scriptures, and this is going to lead into a Bible study. And the reason it's taken me so daggone long to be able to make my 4th video from the other 3 I made is because I had to have more confirmation and be able to explain it. So this dream ties it together, and after this video, yes, I'm going to have a Bible study with lots of scripture. We're going to be talking about Daniel 7, Revelation 12, Revelation 6-7, and Daniel 11. But this dream in particular, oh man. So I've been caretaking an elderly gentleman whom has willed us his home. Well, a few days ago, I took him to the doctor, and the doctor told him that we have no choice but to move in with him, otherwise he's going to a nursing home. It is a dream come true. Like, when I tell you that God placed him in our path, you know, he placed him in our path, and, you know, he feels the same way. Well, we are actually getting the rest of the house cleaned up so we can move in, because that's our permanent move. And it's deeper into the country than what I am now. I mean, it's pretty daggone nice out here, don't get me wrong, but I mean, the place we got is 4 acres, and it's just beautiful. So, today is 8/28, and the gentleman's name is Norman. A Norman is a native or inhabitant of Normandy. It is one of the Scandinavian conquerors of Normandy in the 10th century, and one of the Norman French conquerors of England in 1066. Okay, and it also means man from the north. Okay, now this is going to sound weird, but if you take the date 8/28/20, it brings up gear wrenches, which is 8-inch. Which is a bastard file, right? And I'll explain to you through scriptures why these mean this, okay? And it also is
Aspenaz, as in Daniel 1:3, and I will make prominent the sprinkled, a chief eunuch of Nebuchadnezzar. And if we all know about King Nebuchadnezzar, he, his heart was not right for God. He was actually an evil king. This also leads to Romans 8:28. All things work together for the good for those who love God. Okay? All right, so I know that's confirmation that my husband and I and my family are doing the right thing and that God placed, Norm in our path. Well, now, in my dream, the moon was red, okay? And in September, we have the only full moon that's going to be completely full is September 1st and 2nd. And it's going to be full for 3 days. And that moon is called the corn moon. But it's not just the corn moon. It means barley moon. And we, being the church, is the bride of Christ, or the barley. Excuse me. All right. And there is different stars in September of 2020. There's 4 different ones. We have Capricornus, which, coincides with the moon name. We have Microscopium and Indius, and we have Orion Belt. Okay. Now, this dream represents Satan and his army who's on the way. Now, we're going to read in Daniel 11, okay, verse 6. And it says, "And at the end of some years, they shall join forces, for the daughter of the king of the south shall go to the king of the north to make an agreement. But she shall not retain the power of her authority, and neither he nor his authority shall stand. But she shall be given up with those who brought her, and with him who begot her, and with him who strengthened her in those times." Okay, so we have the moon, all right, we have the full corn moon, meaning barley, okay, and it will be seen up to 3 days. Now, we have Labor Day week coming up, okay, and labor is the giving of birth, and I just realized that my friend, she's getting ready to have her baby, she's actually due the 11th, but she's, I believe she's going to have her sooner. So anyways, she goes on, if she don't have her on Labor Day, by Labor Day, they're going to induce her. All right, so there's lots of information to this. So we have the moon and the stars, which therefore set in the Middle East. Okay, it's sat in the east. But the thing is, how's that even possible? Okay, well, if you go to Revelations 12, the moon in there represents Satan, okay, which is the setting in the east, okay, which is like the Middle East. So we have Satan and his armies, okay, and the Jews are waiting their Messiah, right? And the stars are the army that follows. And if you look at the moon phase on this chart that I'm going to put in the description box, it'll blow your mind. I want you to go to the September 23rd mark, which will be exactly 3 years to the day of the Revelation 12 sign, as they say. All right, and on the first line, it will show the timing, which is 23:17. Now, if you read in Revelations verse 17, it says this: "And the dragon was enraged with the woman, and he went to make war with the rest of her offspring, who keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ." Okay. Now, if you see how the moon sets in the east, we have the number 23, correct? And, so I was like, okay, Revelation 23. There is no Revelation 23. There's not even verse 23. It goes to verse 17. Okay? Meaning, just like it is absolutely impossible for the moon and stars to set in the east. Okay, because God made everything in order. He made everything repetitiously. The end is from the beginning. He created everything from the beginning of time. Okay, and so therefore Satan is the one that's going to try and change the times and the laws. And that is why the Jews itself are so mixed up as to why they believe their Messiah is coming, their Mashiach, but yet it's not Jesus. I mean, Jesus is coming, obviously, but he's not going to step foot in Jerusalem as they believe. He's going to restore Jerusalem. No, we have the Messiah, the Antichrist that is coming, and we have our Savior that is coming at the same time. All right, so therefore, since it is impossible, it says that the sun rises in the east and sets fall in the west. Okay, so we have the sun that's rising at the time of the moon and stars setting in the east. Do you see what I'm saying? It's the same timing. When Satan steps foot, Jesus Christ himself is rising. Okay, he is going to spare us and take us away. Okay, so the moon represents Satan and the sun represents God. And this week is Labor Day, as in the Revelation 12 birth. Okay, and yesterday my husband and all of us, we went to Bible study. Okay, and we've been having some, family issues and attacks. So we wasn't going to go, but something in my spirit told me that we needed to go. Okay, so my dad was doing his study. All right, and the message that he was talking about obviously was law and grace, and about how, there's 14 different scriptures, if you want to talk about, on how to witness to somebody about the gospel and being saved. Well, one of the scriptures that was brought up was the 1 Thessalonians 4:13-17, which was talking about, the rapture, that Jesus Christ with the shout of the voice of the archangel. All right. And so, that's just confirmation of how close we are, with the signs and the sun, the moon, and the stars. Daniel 11:6, they made a league or a covenant. That is exactly what these forces have done. They have decided to make a covenant, but the Antichrist himself has to come onto scene to confirm this covenant, with many which has been out now. So that is going to be September 1st, which is also another date that was led, of the Palestinians or the Saudi Arabians getting together for this peace deal. Okay, and once they got together and they're signing and stuff, that's when, afterwards, the Antichrist is going to come on the scene. Some think it's going to be Hanukkah. I don't believe it will. I believe, from all the events and stuff, that it's going to be now. Okay, so now, Orion's belt is a belt, right? And it's in a line. And that's exactly the type of stars that which I seen in my dream. Okay, and what does a belt do? A belt holds around the waist, okay? Just like God tells us, to girdle, have our girdle up around the waist. Satan mimics everything of God. And so the belt itself would represent Satan's army that is coming. We already have civil unrest, okay? We have Minneapolis and all these other shootings and, just all these other different events that's been occurring. But I can speak more of that in my next video. I just want to tell you that Jesus Christ is so soon to returning. Guys, you guys don't even understand, and fall is coming up, and fall equinox timing is the fall of mankind. And we see that at a downward spiral like never before. Pray over this as always, and I will be back with a Bible study that is going to tie all these videos that I have done together. And hopefully and prayerfully, this will give everyone the peace and understanding that they need of how close we are to these times, and so they do not be deceived. God bless everyone.